generations watching this here, a Holden HT Premier, powered by a 540 twin turbo engine on board this 4,000 pound or about 1,850 kilo car, which is extremely heavy when it comes to drag racing terms here for the weekend. He went 7.5 out here, yes, Al?
I don't know if you noticed it, but that last car down Anthony on the left side, assuming that the notes on the screen are right, that's the fastest speed that car's ever run. Yeah, didn't run the ET that he had run before, but the fastest speed he'd ever run.
Correct. And previously for Brett Matthew out here, 750 at 191 miles per hour out here for Brett. This street car that we call, with the parachutes at the back here, but good to see that happening. And Cosmogene, great guy for GTO out here in the bullet lane, and over towards the left-hand side of that particular lane also. Bring him to see 867 out here for Cosmogene.
Gotta love street cars with parachutes. The world needs more street cars with parachutes.
Yeah, definitely. I like that.
Sounds like something out of a James Bond movie, right? Where you drive it off a cliff and it's like, oh, that'll take care of him. Oh, rats, he's got a parachute.
That's a good idea to use in their next movie they make with him, something like that. That'd be good.
I'm an idea guy. I hope they pay me for it.